Konnichiwa, viewers. For those of you who saw the last video with Tomoyoshi, he was on his way back at the end of the night and noticed that somebody had been following him. Not only that, but as a rush of memories comes to, he's realized that he's been followed by this vehicle for the last couple weeks. Nobody's perfect, and now he's actually managed to pick this person out. So what is Yoshi doing in response to discovering that somebody is currently following him?
Mhm. As I remember, last time there was someone trying to tail us in a crowd. I don't know how much detail I got, but does this seem to be a similar person? Maybe, if I can't tell that, maybe a similar event?
So this is a vehicle, and it's far enough
Uh-huh.
back you can't really see who's driving. And before it was a person on foot. And it
Okay.
wasn't you that picked them out, it was your
Uh,
compatriot.
Actually, Jacob, I have to make, I'm pretty sure I picked him out and I told him about it.
Okay. I thought it
Yeah.
was the other way around. So,
N-
but he,
n-
again, both times the individual has been far enough back that they've kept tabs on you. And while you've been able to notice their movement, you have not been able to get a clear view of their features.
okay. Um,
They're
well,
really good at what they're doing.
mm-hmm, uh, seems like it. So I'm going to have to try and be good about what I do. Given I've probably looked at several maps, given that I've been trying to figure out the pattern, uh, would you say I go the roadway pretty well?
And for
The
the area you're driving in, yeah, you've
Okay,
taken this route a bit quite often, and you're probably not too far from home, so you know a lot of the most of the routes in the area.
okay. Do I know anywhere where it could be difficult or difficult for someone to change uh, course if I put uh, change directions?
Yeah, you could take a couple of different turns and get into a like a one-way street area.
Okay, because I am definitely trying to lead this person to an area where I could probably uh, at least confront them.
Okay. Make a wits drive roll then.
I'm gonna double check, but I think it's just four. Oh, you damn die. Well, one at least.
Okay. Yeah, so the vehicle is still following you, but is taking the bait. He's taking the same turns as you, heading in the same direction as you, and now you've managed to get him to follow you onto a narrow one-way street at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. The one problem is once I stop and get out, he's gonna either A, wait, if it's narrow enough, he can't get past me, and since it's a one-way street, he can't back out, right?
Not legally, and probably
Okay,
not easily.
okay. So, if is there anyone else on the road?
Yeah, there's a couple other vehicles that are driving down the road as well.
Okay. Um, hmm. All right. I'm going to guess there's not much of a shoulder here. Uh,
No, no, it'd be
okay.
There's probably like a narrow sidewalk, but it's
All
basically
right.
road sidewalk for 1.5 people to walk down and building.
Okay. These people also on the road. Is one of them behind him?
Yes, one's behind him, one's between you guys.
Okay. Uh, I'm going to put on my emergency flashers, and since there's not really a shoulder, I'm going to come slowly to a stop and act like then I'll get out and then I'll see what he does.
Okay. Car that was right behind you kind of maneuvers a little bit to get past and drive by. And the vehicle that's been following you pulls over the side of the road about a half block away.
All right. I'm going to take my hands out of my pockets and sort of hold them up like not really suspiciously, but out to the sides like you can see there's nothing in my hands, and start to walk up to that certain vehicle. And does he def does he make a move to uh, dart, as it were?
No, as you're walking towards the vehicle, headlights are still on. So it's not until you get to the beside the vehicle that you see that he has rolled down his window, and yeah, it's your PI contact, and he's just looking straight at you. One hand on the steering wheel, one hand on his lap.
Well, I see. I have become a source of curiosity, it seems, for you.
Is there somewhere else we can hold this conversation?
Of course. I'll let you pick.
He takes his hand off the steering wheel, punches in onto the GPS, and it's like, there's a coffee shop up ahead a little ways, open all night. We can sit and talk.
Okay, that seems appropriate at this moment. And he'll go back to his car, uh, then just keeping up pretty tense, sort of kick one of his tires, shrug, and then go back into the car, turn off his blinkers, and head up the road towards the coffee house.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll skip to two of you guys, unless there's anything you're going to do in preparation for this, but you guys are pretty much walking into the coffee shop together.
No, keep just bringing my the wind tablet like I usually do with a pad of paper.
Okay. And he's just sitting across from you, and so
Well, I have to commend you. It took me a while to notice you in the car. And were you perchance also around the that particular shopping arcade? when I was with a other associate?
I've been spending some time taking a look at you for a while. Give me one quick second, actually, Grant. Sorry.
That's okay. Uh-oh.
Somebody
There we
woke
go.
up.
Oh,
All
did
right.
someone wake up?
That's okay. So yeah, I've been following you for some time. I'm Look, you've asked me to look into some stuff. We've been associates for a while. So you're involved in some pretty dirty stuff right now, aren't you?
Dirty is one way of looking at it. It seems, well,
You froze. Okay, so we can apparently chat with each other. No, I cannot hear you. Our chat's working. Do, 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 do. There. We got some technical difficulties, which we shall be working through momentarily. And is Grant back? Can I hear? Maybe it's too late. Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Sorry about this interruption, folks.
Yeah, no worries.
Technical difficulties happen even in Kyoto.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what's the last thing you heard?
Me talking.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he said you're in some dirty stuff, and then you were like not dirty, and then nothing.
Yeah, not dirty per se. I understand you have a natural curiosity. So here's the thing. Do you wish to go down the rabbit hole and see where it leads? Or can you just accept my answer that I am trying to do things in the best way for the greatest amount of people?
Yeah, you can cut the theatrics. I've dealt with people for quite some time where it's always the best intentions. I know you're into dirty stuff. I know that you've got some company that's paying your bills, that you're connected. I've been following you for a couple weeks. You asked me because I went to you about murders that were getting covered up, and you came back, and instead of providing me with more answers, you also said, yeah, forget about it. Well, no, it's not something to just forget about. So then I start looking a little bit more into who you are, Tomoe-san. I find that you are working for, or were working in some capacity for Tamaki Financial Services, which just so happens to be a company that is managed by the Aka family, family known to have criminal connections. And the company you worked for is a front that has been investigated several times for money laundering. I know you've faked your own death, and to the point that your family somehow managed to get a tidy sum of money from that ordeal that mysteriously has appeared to pay their bills. I know you've been seen cavorting with the heads of several gangs in the city. And I don't know what you're doing at a temple, but is that like just where you kind of try to make a good public image? Or is that where you guys do your sick circle jerk, pat on the back kind of rituals?
As I said, you are asking questions which will lead you into a greater world. This is not the underworld as you understand it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I get out of this. You're trying to make yourself. So are you like not connected so much as just the guy that knows too much, but they can't afford to get rid of you yet? You're trying to make yourself sound a little bit more grandiose than you actually probably are, but
No, did we ever even give this contact a name?
I have not received one from you yet.
All right. I don't mind if you want to name him at this moment if you wanted to. Uh, so,
Excuse me. Okay, but continue.
okay, I was going to say, okay, did you do any digging into the person you saw me with in the shopping mall with?
Tonight or in
Bef- Before.
yes, between him and the little girl you spend time with occasionally, that's how I know that you've got gang connections aside from the yakuza that you work for.
Uh, Now here's the interesting thing. The Yakuza that you say I work for, um,
Well, I know you work for.
uh,
They
I,
helped you fake your death. And where else did that money come from that's your family's getting paid off with?
but you're forgetting a key thing. What happened to the director of that company?
What's happened to a lot of people in that company? People that fuck up get buried.
Hmm. Okay,
So I don't need to know how many people you've offed. If you're a hitman, I don't want to know that shit. But and if you are, I appreciate the fact that you're told me to back off instead of just dealing with me.
hmm, okay,
But I've got my notes documented. So if you think you're going to take me out, somebody's going to get the information.
hmm.
Just so we're clear, I've
No,
got
no, no, no,
fail
no.
safes when I'm researching difficult situations. I've got fail safes to protect my ass.
Fuki, no one wants to do it with you. You've been very helpful to me in the past. I don't want to change that relationship.
Then why are you helping covering up those disappearances, those
Okay,
alleged
okay.
murders?
Fuki, I want you to think in the back of your head. You've seen some pretty strange stuff, correct?
Yes, I've seen strange stuff.
All right, stuff that you couldn't explain.
No, there's usually an explanation for everything once you find out all the facts.
Right. Now, let's just say there was a wall that everyday man wasn't supposed to cross. Now, let's just say that there was such a wall.
Really? Are you like some Buddhist freak? You didn't really strike me as being that religious.
As I said, Fuki, I hate to keep bringing up this term, but if you want to pass that wall, it's a point you won't be able to go back from.
I don't want to join your cult or your gang.
It's not a cult. It's not a gang. It's just something once you know.
It's just you're connected with gangs and cults. You visit temples and you hang out with alleged gang leaders. Oh, and you also are covering up the disappearance of young women.
Okay.
Are they actually being murdered, or are you just guys just being that brutal when you mug them and steal them away for trafficking?
Mm, well, if it helps you sleep at all, these women are, as your contact described, they are being brutally murdered.
Why
As
are
a,
you guys doing that?
oh, we aren't.
Then
I'm
why are
trying.
you stopping the police from investigating?
That's the thing. That comes from an individual I have no control over, and the fact is as I said,
So one of your gang friends that you're protecting.
uh,
Nice.
no, it's not. If you really want to know the answer, as I said, I will give you the answer. But if you go to the police with this, you will. It will cut. It may come from one of those people you've seen me from. It may come from another person entirely. But they will want to know how a someone got that information, and b why the police are in on it. Yes, there is some. If
You
you want
know
to
what?
look at,
If you want to be a snitch, I got connections. I can get you protection.
no, no,
I
this is
know guys that can protect you if that's what you're worried about. If you want out of whatever it is you've gotten yourself into, man, I will help you.
okay. Okay, do you see my skin?
Yeah. No tattoos, pale.
Pale. Okay,
I know a lot of people that are pale, dude.
okay. Here's something you can't figure out just by observing me. He'll take off his glove, put it on the table. Now, just touch it with your index finger.
He pokes the glove.
No, not the glove, my hand.
He pokes your hand. Okay, you're cold. Should order a coffee.
Cold. That's not regular cold. This is ice cold.
Yeah, you got bad circulation, bud. Like, what are you, anemic?
Okay. Well, let's say just, okay, you've already decided it's a gang thing. Okay, let's say you know the Yakuza is pretty much almost, uh, it's embedded in Japanese society. Uh, it's like that type of thing, but it's beyond that. It's something behind the Yakuza.
Right.
Okay,
Okay,
got
so some organizational level thing. So you're admitting that you're involved then.
uh, I am admitting that there are things in this world that the wall, past the wall, it's not part of it. Now, what I'm saying to you is, once you go, if you try and reveal the things past this wall, uh, you're dealing with things that normal checks and balances, as you know it, won't stop it.
So you guys have politicians on the payroll too.
Okay. Um, all right, Jacob. How crowded is this coffee house?
This time of day, not much. There's like a waitress and maybe one other table with a guy sitting there drinking his coffee and reading the paper.
Let me double check my abilities here. I'm pretty sure none of them would be very
You know, the only thing holding you back from showing him are these annoying regulations and rules. If you didn't have those regulations and rules in place, we could show him. The voice in your head whispers.
mm-hmm.
He wants to know. Just show him. I could show him. I could explain to him what's going on.
I am look, you proved your point with the Chime. Let me prove my point with this. Okay? All right. Fuki. As you said, the Buddhist and pretty much all Eastern religions have a sort of karmic balance, correct?
Well, yeah, even Jisusa is talks about doing unto others, you know, pay it forward. I mean, it's a very basic concept.
Mm-hmm.
Very scientific too. What you
All
put
right.
into something is what you get out of it.
Okay, Fuki. I've tried to put this for you in a very intelligent manner, and unfortunately, you just won't listen. That there is the wall. If you want to live a normal life, you have to stay on the one side of the wall. If you don't accept that, I'm going to have to show you what's on the other side of the wall.
Just realize, like, I'm not one of those PIs that just does this for money or can be bought off. Like, if you're exposing me to something illegal, I will probably pass that information on. If you want to be a snitch, I can get you the right protections.
Okay. I, I I'm I'm giving you this completely hypothetical. Let's say these if I were to take you on the other side, you saw all those things in those movies and you found out they were real. A supernatural horror all around us. I'm asking you a hypothetical question. Would you want to be on the one side or the other? Just just answer as if it could possibly be true.
Um, so you're going to bend a spoon with your mind and just open my eyes to a world that I've never even realized was there?
No. So you've basically decided the other side of the wall then. Okay, okay. If you do try and reveal this, I just wanted to say, you remember the cover up the young woman? The same force will also be brought on to anything you bring forward.
Well, just as you're making those statements, I am letting you know that if you do anything illegal, I will make sure it goes to the right channels.
All right. I have to say, I don't think what I'm about to do is technically illegal. Just try not to scream or yell or make any type of fuss.
Wait a sec. Are you a JDF agent?
Okay. Back up. What does a
Jap-
JDF?
Japanese Defense Force. They don't have a military, so it's like Uber police, Interpol, RCMP, FBI kind of organization.
Hmm. Oh, you found it out. This is, unfortunately, that means I'll have to bring it. You'll now have to be under my direct communication, as it were. Uh, yes, this particular incident is a product of national security.
Make your manipulation subterfuge difficulty 7.
Uh, I'm guessing I can make it untrained.
Yeah, it'll be difficulty 8. So I think
Uh,
subterfuge is a skill.
uh, no, it's a talent.
Okay, so yeah, it's still difficulty 7.
Okay. Willpower?
If you're feeling the need to, I'll re-roll then.
No, no. I was gonna say, can I spend a willpower?
Yes, but if you're choosing to spend a willpower, I'm going to re-roll so then that way the whole roll is fair. Because
Oh,
otherwise, seeing that he only had 1 success and you're choosing to spend willpower,
oh, well,
so yes, so I'll re-roll and you can spend a point of willpower and make your roll.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Damn it. Oh,
Didn't buy him any extra, so
okay. I'll make it that I am now at willpower 5. Okay. Well, I think I at least bought a few days out of that. So,
so you're must be a new agent then.
I, it, as I said, this field stuff is not usually my forte. I have to say, with your skills, I'm surprised they haven't tried to pick you up already.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, like, you're not undercover though, are you?
Per se, in in ways if we have agents who are undercover. I mostly do on the floor investigation that doesn't need too much subterfuge and also any linguistics.
Okay. So those other people I've seen you with, are they undercover agents?
Hmm. uh, that or in some varying degree with the agency.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in matters of national security, we can't always be choosy about who we ask questions.
Okay. Well, I guess that kind of explains a little bit, and especially all that weird ass wall talk that you were doing.
Mm.
But Well, just let me know what keep me in the loop if there's any assistance or anything that you need from me. But if you really think I'm that good, then put in a good word for me. Oh, did we lose audio on you again? I think we may have.
Ah, you're back.
Oh, there he is.
If you said if you really think I'm that good.
Yeah. If you really think I'm that good, could you put in a good word for me then?
The ranks are awful full, but if you work under me long enough, I can try to get you in. Of course, as I said, working in this line of business, we can't always go through the right channels. This might be difficult for you.
Okay. Well, anyway, like I said, let me know to what extent I can provide assistance. I don't I didn't let my officer contact know that I had reached out to you. So I mean, I haven't tipped your hand with anything other than my safeguard arrangements. I haven't told anybody about the research that I was doing on you. So
Okay.
um,
In this one area, the what we do is dangerous. If you kept your own safeguard, it could tip our hands. So any anything connected to this case, um, would you consider the Japanese Defense Force enough of a safeguard on your safety?
yeah, no, I don't have any concerns, and I'll do what I can to help you out.
All right. So I guess now you will actually take my advice and try and avoid that area at that moment, unless I give you a specific request.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt or interfere with any investigation that you guys have going on for sure.
Okay. I only have so many agents under me, so I know this may seem a weird request, but could you do some investigation and find out if uh, there's been anyone who's talked of a really tall homeless man?
Tall homeless man.
Yes.
Is there any more specific?
Uh, no, we've just been hearing some chatter about a really tall homeless man, and we're trying to hone in on where he might be hanging out.
Okay, I'll see what I can find.
All right. Now, I want to stress this to you. This is a type of individual we don't know uh, what type of drugs he's on. It's been insinuated he possibly may be in a heavy dose of some sort of drug that drives your rage and power up the wall. We don't know whether it's some sort of experiment or by some powerful Yakuza family, but I really don't want you confronting this individual.
Okay. I won't confront him at all.
Okay. Or try and even get close to him.
Okay.
Okay. And since you're working under the auspices of the Japanese Defense Force, I'd like at least if unless you are in a situation where it would compromise your safety, try and give me an update every 2 days on your progress.
Um, yeah, I could probably do that. Do you want me to just drop it off at the library, or is there any specific drop point that you want?
Uh, the library will work fine. Just leave it for through the normal codes and just keep, keep casual as always.
Okay. Oh, that explains the weird chit chat too.
Uh, to an
Oh,
extent,
I was just confused at the arcade. You and your buddy today was like talking to somebody. I didn't see your cell phones or anything, but you must be have an earpiece or something that you
uh,
guys were talking to somebody at head office.
uh, yeah, it's a very different world at the Japanese Defense Force.
All right. Well, um, apologies for all the misunderstanding. But I'll let you know what I can find out about this big homeless guy. And let you know every couple days. I'll check in.
Okay.
He'll get up and do a very formalized bow, and we'll head back out to his car. And Tomoyoshi has averted a potential disaster with misunderstanding with his contact. We'll see. He barely squeaked by with the lie at this point. Let's see if his lies will hold water or if they will come unraveled around him. In the meantime, sayonara, Kyoto.